Well, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and I just finished my last big kind of outside project, and this was the restoration of three of these sailboats that were originally built in 1945. And so I refinished all three, and boy, they looked pretty rough when they came in. I had to replace like the mast on one. The mast was broken on the smallest one here. And so I replaced that fully, carved a new mast and all new fittings, brand new, boom, everything. Um, it did have some of the hardware. I did a new tiller on this one. And so that was the first one I did. And then the second one I did was the biggest one. Thought that was the most challenging one. And it turned out to be. And then the last one I did looked pretty good from the start, but the finish was probably not to the level that he wanted. And so I refinished that. And then I had to go back and do a little bit on this because I didn't have any rope at the beginning. So anyway, boy, I'm just going on and on. I've got like all the original rigging, since these are family heirlooms. This is all the stuff that got replaced, all the rigging from each of the boats and the things that I had to remove and replace. A machining Krieger. It's also part of the group build for Plastic Posse, so I'm super excited to be able to contribute something to that. I've been part of that group build for a long time and haven't contributed anything, so I feel kind of a schmuck. So now I can maybe do something. Now for a base, I go over here. It is just ridiculous back here, but this is what I'm looking for, and I knew it was back here. I had looked earlier, but I figured I wanted to show you, where I get this stuff. So what this is this kind of it was a prop. I did a video a long time ago that showed making wooden ramps and like steps and stuff. And so these are the two things that I made in that video. This one's where you've had repairs and you've cobbled it together from different boards and the lines shifted and bonds have gone off and blah, blah, blah. So this is like later in it, and this is maybe a brand new one. But anyway, that was used for a video. And then this is, I think, a fair start for a bit of terrain for this 1/20th Ma.K Raccoon. I think it's small enough because it's going to be about that tall. Not quite as tall as a Coke can, I think. That's going to be a lot of terrain to do stuff. So it's going to have a lot of options. So I'm pretty excited. All next week, I am going to be prepping for the show. That's going to be taking everything with sheets on it there. Are dioramas, and they have to get prepped and they got to be packed and they got to be ready for the show. So I'll be working on that. I've traveled with this thing a lot, frankly, back and forth to meetings, so it travels not too bad, but I've got to get these things ready to travel. In here I've got to get these guys ready to go somewhere. And that's not as easy of a task. So I think I'm going to record it all, and we'll make a video of that too.